An old couple used to live alone in their house. One day doorbell rang. Old man got up and opened door. He saw that a postman was standing in front of him with an envelope and a postcard. Old man closed door and looked at envelope. On envelope in bold letter it was written old age home. Just after reading this, with sad voice old man called his wife, "Come here, see what a wonderful gift our son has sent for us." His wife came out asking, "What does he send that you are asking me to come out? What kind of gift is it?" She excitedly asked him, "Am I going to be a grandmother?" Old man replied, "No. Orphan." Wife was confused, but as soon as his wife read first word on envelope she fell on a chair nearby. She said, "We faced so many difficulties to provide him with everything. We gave up on our dreams, our needs so that we can provide him with everything he needed. So that we can send him to best school, pay for best college fees. And yet today," just with these thought tears came out of her eyes. Holding on to that envelope was making them feel like as if someone has rubbed salt on their wounds. Just a while later, again doorbell rang. This time it was their neighbor Sham. He entered and said, "What happened? Why are you no receiving any call? You son just called and asked me to check if everything is okay. Your son was so worried about you and here both of you are looking sad. What happened?" Sham continued. Old man pointed toward the envelope kept on table saying, "What do I say? Sham? See for yourself." Sham picked up postcard and started reading it. On postcard it was written in this envelope, "I am sending you 2 ticket with an address. Please come soon as we have already final deal to sell that house." Both old man and his wife were crying profusely listening to those words. Sham also got sad while reading that postcard and muttered, "Your son was not like that." He consoled them saying, "Don't worry. My house is like your own house. You can come and live with me. By the way, we both get bored living alone in our own house. It would be fun to live together." While talking, Sham looked into envelope. When he looked inside envelope he found out pictures of a very beautiful villa, and while looking at those he stopped at one picture. This was a picture with name plate with name Singh Saroj Villa. Suddenly Sham started laughing. Listening to him, old man said, "Are you laughing at my pathetic condition?" Sham replied, No. I am just laughing at your son joke. He has always been naughty." Sham gave him picture of house door with name plate on it and said, "See this." When old man saw that he was surprised. Then he saw a note written below that picture of villa he was holding in hand. In note it was written, "Papa, Mama, will you allow your son and daughter-in-law to live with you in your old age home?" Reading that tears of joy came out of old man Ram Singh and his wife Saroj. There was an old man named James who used to live with his wife in village. His son used to live in city. James wanted to meet his son, so he decided to go to city to meet his son. He was very excited to see his son, but unfortunately someone else opened the door. James asked about his son and got to know that his son has shifted from that house and now is staying at different location. He felt disappointed. He thought for a while and then went to neighbors where he got office address of his son. He thanked neighbor and went to his son office. James reached office and at reception inquired about his son. Their receptionist called his son's office and told him about visit of his father. Son was very happy about his father arrival and immediately asked receptionist to send his father in his office. When James entered office, his son eyes were filled with tears to see his father in front of him. They had simple conversation for a while and then James said to his son, "Son, your mom wants to see you. Can you come home with me?" Son replied, "Sorry father, I can't come home now as I have loads of work and it would be hard to manage if I leave now." James smiled and said, "It's okay. You may do your work. I will be leaving in evening for village." Son got sad and requested his father to stay with him for some days, but James refused saying, I didn't want to make you uncomfortable or be a burden to you while you were busy with your work. Hope if you ever have time then come visit us as your mom and I would be very happy to see you," said James and left. After a few days, son got some time from his work and thought about his father's visit. He got worried and felt guilty for letting his father leave alone at that time. So he took leave from his office and went to his village to meet his parents, but he was shocked to see that his parents were not there at their home. When he inquired about it, he was shocked to know that his parents left that place and are now leaving at other place. Son got a dress from neighbor and rushed there. Son noticed that place seemed like a graveyard. His eyes filled with tears and scared, he slowly walked toward that place. From far distance he saw a hand waving at him. When he looked closely, he noticed that it was his father. Son ran and hugged him. James said, "What's wrong? Why are you crying?" Son didn't say anything and kept his head down. James wiped his tears and said, "Why are you sad? Has anything wrong happened?" Son replied, "No, father. It's just I never thought to see in such condition. Why are you living here? Why did you left that house and village?" James replied, "Son, I had taken loan for your studies and when you moved to city, but due to loss in farming I was not able to repay that debt. I came to you, but you were already stressed with your work and I didn't want to burden you with this problem. So I had to sell our home to repay that loan." Son whispered, "But you could have told me. I am your son." James replied, "Son, I didn't want to cause you any trouble. So I kept quiet. All I want is your happiness." Son hugged his father tightly and apologized for not able to help him and letting him go off that day. He asked for his forgiveness. James replied, "Don't be sorry, son. I am happy to see you and all I want is that you spend some time with us. We love you very much and in this old age it's hard to travel to city to see you. Just come to meet us whenever you have time. Your mom and I would be more than to see you even if for short time."